Presidential aspirants of the All Progressive Congress APC, among them Vice President Yemi OSIBANJO, the party's national leader Asiwaju Bola Ahmed TINUBU, Minister of Transportation Rotimi AMEACHI, and others are to battle for 7,800 delegates to grab the party's ticket for the 2023 general elections, Daily Trust reports. Aside from the trial, 5 other aspirants, Governor Dave Umahi of Ebonyi State, Yahya Bello of Kogi State, business tycoon Gbenga Olawepo Hashim, the former governor of Imo State, Rocha Sokorocha, and Ihechukwu Dallas Chima, IDC, have indicated interest in the race. The Ekiti State Governor Kayode Fayemi is set to declare after the Ramadan fast, and he has begun consultations ahead of his declarations. Also, a former governor of Ogun State, Abinkule Amosu, is planning to declare for the race. The party had reportedly fixed May 30th to 31st for the conduct of its presidential primary election, where one of the aspirants would be elected to fly its flag for the 2023 presidential election. Article 20 of the APC Constitution, as amended this year, provided for the selection of candidates through consensus, direct or indirect primaries. In December 2014, President Muhammadu Buhari emerged as the candidate of the party through indirect primaries conducted in Lagos. He pulled 3,430 votes to defeat the then Kano State Governor Rabiu Kwankwaso, 974, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, 954, Rocha Sokorocha, 624, and the late Sam Ida Azaya, who got 10 votes. However, in 2018, while seeking his second term, the president emerged through direct primaries with all the members of the party in the 774 local government areas of the country participating in the exercise. In October of the same year, the election was affirmed as the primaries held in Abuja. Credible sources in the presidency said the moves by the two of the aspirants and their supporters for the party's candidate to emerge through consensus have been rejected. A source around the president said that though nobody could read the president's body language as his preferred aspirant, he has told the contenders that they should woo the delegates ahead of the primaries. I think the issue of consensus has been put aside. The aspirants have been advised to woo delegates ahead of the convention. For us to win the general election, we have to carry all members of the party along in the selection of our flag bearer, he said. Asked which mode will be adopted, he said, the preference now is indirect. Recall that the president, while rejecting the Electoral Act, raised issues on direct primaries, saying it is cumbersome and expensive. Yes, he used to like it, but now his preference is indirect. The national chairman of the party, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, had recently said the party would pick either of the 3 options, direct, indirect, and consensus, to conduct its primaries. The composition of the delegates, according to a document seen and analyzed by this paper, include the national chairman, 1 member of NEC from each state, 7 and past presidents and vice president, 7 and past governors and deputy, 7 and past lawmakers, federal and state, past speakers, deputies, and principal officers of the State House of Assembly, and past members of the National Working Committee, NWC. Others are members of the State Working Committee, SWC. Each state has 17 local government chairmen and secretaries, 3 national delegates from each of the 774 local government areas, and elected chairmen. The controversy over Section 84 of 12 of the newly amended Electoral Act is gathering momentum. The section states, no political appointee at any level shall be a voting delegate or be voted for at the convention or congress of any political party for the nomination of candidates for any election. While many states have asked their appointees to resign, ministers including AMEACHI and others who have indicated interest in contesting elections are yet to leave. A document obtained from the party leaders showed that a total of 7,800 delegates are going to participate in the selection of the presidential candidate of the ruling APC. An analysis of the list of the delegates showed that the Northwest geopolitical zone, regarded as the vote bank of the APC, topped the chart with 1,924. 6 out of the 7 states in the zone are being governed by the APC. Sokoto is the lone PDP state in the zone. Coming second is the Southwest geopolitical zone, where TINUBU, OSIBANJO, Fayemi, and Amosu hail from. The zone has 1,568 delegates. Oyo is the lone PDP state in the region. The review of the document revealed that the North Central came third with 1,278. The Kogi State Governor Yaya Bello hails from the geopolitical zone. 5 out of the 6 states are APC states, as only Benue is being governed by the PDP in the North Central. Northeast came fourth with 1,212 delegates. 3 of the 6 states of the geopolitical zone, Adamawa, Bauchi, and Taraba, are of the PDP, with 927 delegates. South-South, where Amechi hails from, came fifth. 5 of the 6 states of the oil-rich zone are of the PDP, making it penetrable to all the aspirants. The geopolitical zone with the least delegates is Southeast with 838 delegates. Of the 5 states in the zone, APC and PDP have the 2 states each, while the All Progressive Grand Alliance APGA has 1, Anambra State. Daily Trust reports that 53 delegates are going to come from the Federal Capital Territory, FCT. Of the 36 states in the country, the ruling APC controls 22, PDP 13, and APGA 1. A correspondent reports that aspirants, their foot soldiers, and supporters are already lobbying governors and other stakeholders for support. This is because governors will play a key role in determining the direction in which the delegates of their states will vote. This has been the tradition since the country returned to civilian rule in 1999. Observers believe that the numerical strength of the region in respect to delegates as well as the state therein would play a key role in determining who gets what among the various contenders. While the position of some of the APC governors in respect to the presidential aspirants is clear, findings reveal that most of the contenders are pushing hard through other channels to get the buy-in of the delegates and other stakeholders. Daily Trust reports that states where the APC is an opposition like Bauchi State, Benue, Sokoto, and 11 others, the leaders of the party are being wooed by aspirants to get their votes. As analysis of the document and sources reveal that odds favor the former Lagos State Governor if the indirect primaries mode is adopted. We have the full support of the key states where most of the delegates are going to come from, including Kano, Katsina, Borno, Lagos, Osun, Niger, and Kwara states. We are good to go, one of the sources said. It was, however, gathered that the main challenge that may weigh down Tinubu's aspiration is the issue of running mate. As a Muslim from the southwest, it is expected that he would pick a running mate from the Christian community in the north, another source said, but there are calls on him to look for his deputy from the core north, and beyond that, he should pick a Muslim. I don't think if this will work, because the advocates of this move are citing the Abiola Kingebe ticket in the 90s. However, things have changed now. An implication of the first option is that in the event that the PDP picks its flag bearer from the north and the running mate from the south, they would give the APC a run for their money, he said. But a leader of the OSIBANJO team said they have secured the backing of 5 state governors and are therefore unperturbed by the confidence in their Sewaju camp. More governors would fall in when we get the endorsement of the president, he said. For Amechi, sources said he is hopeful most of the people they defected to the APC together from the PDP ahead of the 2015 elections would work for him. Sources around Osibanjo and Minister Amechi said beside their personal effort of reaching out to delegates across the region, they are also banking on the president's endorsement to actualize their ambition. Though the duo has commenced campaign to woo delegates and other stakeholders of the party, one of the leaders in Amechi's campaign team told this paper that they are of the belief that the former Rivers State Governor is the president's candidate. Like the case of our national chairman, the president will endorse Amechi before the primaries. Our presidential candidate will emerge through consensus. The president's endorsement will be ratified during the primaries, he told our correspondent. However, when his attention was drawn to the push by the camp of Tinubu, he said, if the consensus arrangement fails, then we'll slug it out at the primaries venue. The delegates are Nigerians, and our selling point is our experience. He's young and healthy, and this can be attested to by all. He was a lawmaker, governor, and now a minister. This is unlike the aspirant that believes it is his turn to become the president. God is the kingmaker and not him. Recalling the president's statement on how age hinders his performance, and Amechi's lead foot soldier said, Nigerians cannot afford to have an aged person as their leader. Similarly, the promoters of OSIBANJO's aspiration are also waiting for the president's endorsement. Villa sources said the delay in the declaration of the vice president until last week was as a result of lack of clarity in Buhari's body language on the number 2 citizen's ambition. One of them said, the president will soon throw his weight behind the aspiration of OSIBANJO, saying the president has been very impressed with his conduct and commitment to his administration. Forget the glooming picture that mischief makers are painting. The president is in support of the VP's aspiration. It is just a matter of time. Everyone will fall in, he said.